Here are the world's 7 most mysterious places that even scientists can't fully explain. Wow. Have you visited any of them? Number 7, the Chocolate Hills, Philippines.
We're here at the famous Chocolate Hills of Bohol.
On the island of Bohol, there are over 1,200 hills that look like identical cones. The green grass turns brown in the dry season, making them look like fields of giant chocolate kisses. Scientists believe that they're formed from coral limestone erosion, but they're too symmetrical to be true. Number 6, the Dancing Forest, Russia. This forest looks like a real-life optical illusion. In Kaliningrad, hundreds of pine trees twist into spirals, loops, and knots as if they're dancing. People say strong winds, unstable sandy soil, to caterpillars damaging the young stems and resulting in imperfect growth. Number 5, the Taos Hum, USA. In the small town of Taos, New Mexico, locals are disturbed by a low-frequency humming noise, and only 2% of them can hear it. It sounds like a diesel engine in the distance, but no one can ever detect the source. Researchers even placed sensitive microphones all over the town and still couldn't hear the mysterious noise. Number 4, the Reshat Structure, Mauritania. This geological circle is so big that it's visible from space, known as the Eye of the Sahara. This 25-mile wide bullseye was even used by astronauts to navigate. There are so many debates about how it's formed. People say it's an eroded dome or could also be a meteor crater. Number 3, Al Nazla, Saudi Arabia. This giant boulder is perfectly split down the middle like it's cut by a laser. The gap is very straight and both stones balance on tiny bases. It's believed to have formed due to natural weathering, yet people are still amazed at how precise the crack is. Number 2, the Sargasso Sea, Atlantic Ocean. This is the only sea on Earth with no coastline. Instead of land, it is surrounded by 4 ocean currents that trap floating golden seaweed. The biggest mystery is that eels from rivers all over the world swim thousands of miles just to breed here before disappearing. Marine biologists can't figure out why eels choose this exact spot. Number 1, the Devil's Kettle, USA. In Minnesota, the Brule River splits into 2 waterfalls. One side flows normally, but the other one falls into a deep hole in the rock and no one knows exactly where it goes. Scientists have thrown dyes, ping pong balls, and even GPS trackers into the mysterious hole, but nothing has ever reappeared.
Here are the world's 11 most bizarre eerie statues that are quite unsettling to visit. Number 11, President's Heads, Virginia, USA. In a private field outside Williamsburg, giant decaying busts of US presidents stand abandoned, making it look like the ruins of a forgotten civilization. Originally part of a failed theme park, the 20-foot-tall statues are now cracked, weathered, and haunting. Number 10, Hill of Crosses, Lithuania. Over 100,000 crosses are packed together on a small hill in rural Lithuania. Pilgrims have been planting crosses there since the 1800s, despite Soviet attempts to bulldoze the site multiple times. The sheer number and chaotic placement create a chilling, sacred atmosphere. Number 9, Jigokudani Hell Valley Statues, Japan. This volcanic area is famous not just for its bubbling sulfur pits, but for statues of red-skinned, horned demons watching over the steamy landscape. These Japanese demons called Oni are guardians of the hot springs, but look absolutely menacing, with wild hair and snarling faces. There is also an animatronic show featuring Enma, the king of hell, that changes its face into a demon. Number 8, Victor's Way, Ireland. This private sculpture garden features dozens of black granite statues depicting scenes of pain, reflection, and rebirth. Some statues show screaming faces, hollow-eyed figures, or humans being eaten by snakes. It was designed as a meditation space, and its existential themes make it deeply haunting. The garden was temporarily closed to the public for being too disturbing for casual visitors. Number 7, the Hand of the Desert, Chile. Rising from the sands of Atacama Desert is a giant stone hand, which is 36 feet tall and built from reinforced concrete. It's a sculpture intended to represent human vulnerability and isolation. Surrounded by nothing but barren land, it feels like stumbling upon an alien artifact. Number 6, Memento Park, Hungary. After communism fell, Hungary didn't destroy its old Soviet statues. They moved them to a park outside Budapest. Towering statues of Lenin, Marx, and Hungarian communist leaders now stand decaying and isolated. It feels like walking through a graveyard of failed ideologies. Number 5, Statues of Children at Lidice, Czech Republic. This beautiful and emotionally devastating memorial stands silently near the village of Lidice. The 82 bronze children statues represent actual children who lost their lives during the Lidice massacre by the Nazis. Their eyes are hollow and their expressions lifeless, capturing a deep, unsettling stillness. Number 4, 10,000 Buddhas Monastery, Hong Kong. Lining a steep path are thousands of golden Buddha statues, each one different, many with exaggerated facial expressions, limbs in odd positions, or animal features. Some look calm, others appear wide-eyed, or even unhinged. The sheer number gives the illusion they're watching you. Climbing the path feels both sacred and unsettling. Number 3. Monumental Cemetery, Italy. Inside one of the most famous cemeteries in Europe, you'll find massive, detailed, and sometimes grotesque statues. Towering angels, sorrowful families, and twisted figures fill the elaborate tombs. It's not just a graveyard, it's a giant open-air sculpture museum. Many famous Italian artists, politicians, and celebrities are buried here. Number 2. Buddha Park, Laos. This sculpture park contains over 200 statues of deities, demons, and mythical beasts from both Hindu and Buddhist lore. Many are larger than life, with stretched faces, skulls, and twisting forms. There's even a giant reclining Buddha next to a demonic open-mouthed structure. Visitors enter through its mouth. It feels like a sacred hallucination. Number 1. Garden of Eden Sculpture Park, Kansas, USA. An eccentric Civil War veteran spent decades building concrete sculptures around his home in the early 1900s. The scenes depict biblical tales, political statements, and odd figures battling snakes. It's bizarre, unsettling, and hypnotizing all at once.
Celebrities who've been to jail. Justin Bieber. Arrested in Miami for drag racing and DUI. 50 Cent. Served 6 months in boot camp for drugs and weapons. Diddy. Arrested and detained amid explosive federal investigations. Robert Downey Jr. Spent nearly a year in prison for drugs and weapons. Wesley Snipes did 3 years for tax evasion. He refused to pay taxes. Mike Tyson served 3 years for sexual assault. Lindsay Lohan did served multiple times for DUIs and probation violations. Mark Wahlberg, he served time for assault. Chris Brown did time for violating probation after the infamous Rihanna assault case. Fetty Wap, currently serving time for federal drug trafficking. A real-life trap gone wrong. Tory Lanez, serving 10 years for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, one of the most shocking rap scandals ever. Young Thug, locked up in the massive RICO case, accused of running YSL like a criminal enterprise.
Unbelievable things happening around the world right now, Part 2. First, Alaska issued its first ever heat advisory, something that would have seemed impossible just a few years ago. Second, a city in Sweden decided to light its streets using bioluminescence, employing fungi and algae that naturally glow in the dark to reduce energy consumption. Third, a Swedish billionaire purchased 400,000 acres of the Amazon rainforest to protect it and prevent deforestation. Fourth, a man in India claims to have slept for 300 consecutive days, a rare medical condition called repetitive sleep syndrome, which can cause him to sleep for up to 25 days at a time. Fifth, a 98-year-old World War II veteran ran over a Tesla with a tank and said he did it just for fun. Sixth, a cargo ship disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle in 2025, only to reappear weeks later with no crew aboard and all equipment still functioning. Seventh, the Taliban banned chess in Afghanistan, claiming the game is a form of gambling and goes against religious principles. The most expensive construction mistakes in history. 1. The Gherkin building in London is one of the city's architectural icons, but not everything went as planned. During construction, an error in calculating the ventilation system caused severe internal temperature problems, making some floors almost unbearable during summer. Millions had to be invested to fix the system. 2. The Marina Bay Sands building in Singapore cost billions and is famous for its infinity pool on the rooftop. However, during construction, a structural mistake. Genius people who beat the system. First, at this girl's college, there was a rule that banned carved pumpkins inside the dorms. But since no one mentioned any other fruit, she decided to get creative. She carved an entire pineapple. And the best part? It was completely within the rules. Second, this guy's new job asked for a formal photo of him wearing a suit for the company website. Since he didn't own one, he improvised. He photoshopped his face onto a model's body wearing a suit. It looked so good that no one even noticed. Third, in some places around the world, loose dogs are not allowed on the subway or in certain public areas. But someone came up with a type of bag for dogs in which the owner has full control over the animal, thus avoiding problems. Fourth, this boy was ready to eat the food his mother had made for him. But when he went to eat it, he realized it was very hot. So he had the brilliant idea of using a fan to cool his food down faster. Fifth, this boy didn't have anyone to play with on the seesaw, so he had the brilliant idea of using rocks on the other side. Literally a genius.
Why do people in Japan, during an earthquake, hide inside their homes instead of running outside? It seems like the dumbest thing a person could do, but in reality, they are doing everything correctly. As we know, earthquakes are incredibly dangerous. Even small tremors can make a building start swaying from side to side, and in the worst case, even cause it to collapse. Moreover, such earthquakes can trigger tsunamis, which after the tremors can sweep over an entire city from the sea. But specifically in Japan, instead of running out of their homes, people hide inside during an earthquake. Are they really not afraid of the building collapsing? The truth is that inside these homes, it is 1,000,000 times safer. Because strong earthquakes happen often there, all houses are built to withstand even magnitude 9 earthquakes. And the structures are equipped with balancing systems that prevent the building from shaking too violently. Additionally, this helps protect people from a tsunami that might hit the city afterward.